18. Where hope lies this Advent season. December 8, 1942. My German friends, we are in the Advent season, the season of waiting and expectation. In years gone by, hope filled the hearts of children and thoughts of love the hearts of adults. How is it this year? What is your hope? Your expectation? It is a dark Advent season, darker than any that the German nation has experienced in this war. On all fronts, clouds are amassing. Everyone who knows something of the events of the war cannot doubt that the turning point has been reached. The next months and years will slowly grind down the power of the Nazi armies, but the Advent season surely announces the coming light and not the growing darkness. What does such an announcement have to say to the German nation today? There is one group among the Germans that has nothing for which to hope other than death. They are the executioners and torturers of National Socialism. For these murderers of fortune and life, Advent, the coming, is nothing but the coming of judgment. Relentlessly, inescapably, it is closing in on you who are guilty. You can look only to the verdict that is already being pronounced upon you. It is pronounced in the hearts of those whose fortune you have destroyed. It is pronounced in the will of those who bear the sword of justice. It is pronounced in the world order that you have violated. That is the judgment message of the Advent season. Many of you are standing on the boundaries. You don't want to have anything to do with the crimes of National Socialism. But you also don't have the courage to say no. Renounce your loyalty to them. What should you look upon in this Advent season? There is still something that the German nation can look to. Still a hope out of which it can live, even as dark as everything is in the present. In the future shines a light. Certainly not the hope with which many looked on the rise of National Socialism. The rebirth that National Socialism promised was a rebirth into evil and destruction. It was never an Advent hope, and can never become one. The hope for every vision that was founded on German victory is also shattered. If there was ever a possibility for a German-led Europe, the German nation has forfeited it. The initial military victories are no longer a basis for hope. They have not united but divided. Here there is only darkness. The hope that remains for the German nation lies beyond the collapse of its false hopes. Just as it is in the life of the individual, so it is in the life of nations. Nothing is more difficult and more painful than such catastrophes of hope. But at the same time, nothing is more purifying. And the hope of Advent is given only to those who have gone through such purification. I believe that National Socialism was the outbreak and the concentration of nearly all that was diseased within the German soul. Long have these poisons accumulated. In the great crisis of the 1930s, they won the upper hand. It was an illness that could have led to death. But it is my conviction that the deepest power of the National Socialist poisons is broken. The German nation began to eliminate them, even if with the assistance of serious intervention from outside. It would have been good if the soul of the German nation would have eliminated the poison by itself. It was too weak for that. But now the purification has begun, and that is the light on which you can look. A purified nation. But you will ask, is that still possible? No one in a responsible position among the adversaries of Germany wants to take hope from Germany. They want to prevent a similar, all-destroying sickness from breaking out once again. They want a healthy Germany. The faster you expel the poison that is still shaking your body, the faster intervention from outside will come to an end. It is that to which you should look. That is the German Advent hope. It is sometimes good to look into one's own past in order to draw courage. No nation in Europe has a greater past than the German nation. Scarcely any nation had encountered so frightful a misery as the German nation did after the 30 Years' War, and still it rose from the dead. It has shown that it has powers of rebirth. Although made defenseless by the National Socialist poison, the soul of the German nation is stirring in impenetrable depths and is regaining the powers from which it once lived, even in this year of darkness. There is a German end.